Hi everyone, welcome to Stand and Empower. Today my special guest is Cathy Smith from LifeTyme Financial. So welcome, thank you for making time out of your busy schedule to be here.
I appreciate you asking me. Thanks, Lizette.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I do have a few questions for you, but before I do that, can you please introduce yourself, tell the audience, what do you do, what you're passionate about?
Well, I'm passionate about a lot of things. In work, at LifeTyme Financial, I am passionate about working with people and helping them wherever they are.
Okay.
So they don't have to feel like they need some kind of degree or advanced knowledge to work with me. I'm trying to provide that for them so that they have a comfort level, kind of a trusted partner.
Yeah.
Because money goes through almost every area of our life, and I'm looking to partner with people and be more of someone they rely on and resource, not just someone they see once a year.
Yeah, and that's very important, and especially when money is such a topic that's like hard to have a conversation about. People have different mindsets regarding money, so
they sure do.
Yeah.
A lot of people are afraid about money, and so it leads to fear about talking with someone about money, even if it's supposed to be a professional. Sort of like talking to a doctor about things. You might have some really big problem inside and you want to just tell them about the broken elbow you have or something.
That's true, just surface level, right?
Surface level, exactly.
Well, when did you decide to go into this field?
My dad was a big influence on me. He was a financial advisor his whole career. So I knew what a stock and a bond was when I was a little girl even. So it's kind of something I've always been in and around and comfortable doing.
Okay.
So I have a passion for it. I really do.
Huh.
It's taken different forms over different parts of my life, but in the last 6 years I've started to work more closely with individuals and business owners.
Yeah, oh, that's great. Yeah. Well, what are some of the challenges that you've faced and how have you overcome them?
That's a really good question. I run into challenge when someone doesn't agree with the philosophy I have around money and investing. It could be very different. Most people are used to picking a stock or trying to time the market where they capture the upsides and avoid the downside. And my philosophy is that's just really impossible to do.
Yeah.
So I have a different approach. And when someone doesn't agree with it or it takes the fun out of the gambling part of investing, there's just let's agree to disagree. I'm probably not the best fit for them.
Yeah.
So when you run into that kind of challenge, you just have to move on and find people that are like-minded or really searching for a coach. But I would say, no matter what kind of, not everything is going to go perfectly well or the way you plan it when you open a business. So you just have to have the fortitude to keep going when things don't go the way you thought they would.
No, that's really good, and I really love that, especially that part that you mentioned in regards to, it might not be the right fit, right? But it's all about that transparency, being upfront with how you're working with your clients.
That's
so I really
right.
like that.
That's right. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what would you tell your younger self about, just overcoming obstacles in your career? Like if you can go back in time and tell yourself that.
Yeah, sometimes it's not a good fit. Like the career path that you chose might not be the best one. Or in my case, I started in an area where technology took over. And so what I had started my career doing was on a trading floor, and then trading left that kind of arena and went more electronic. So you had to reinvent yourself, or I did. So I would just tell my younger self, instead of being frustrated with the situation, it's uncontrollable.
Yeah.
So go after the parts that you can control. What can I develop that's a new skill? What kind of new areas I can still use my skills and background, but in a new area in the industry?
No, that's very important.
So
that's good stuff. Yeah, take notes, you guys. All right, well, who has been your biggest support?
I would say my husband. We've been married a long time, and he's been very supportive and changing careers along the way. I was a stay-at-home mom for a while, and he was very supportive of that. So I left the industry, and then getting back into it, there was need for support there. And my business partner, Vince Del Franco, the founder of LifeTyme Financial. He's been a fantastic mentor and always has the ability to help me see the opportunities in defeat. So learn what could I have done better? And maybe there wasn't anything, so whatever that is, there's always an opportunity to learn from your mistakes.
Yeah. No, that's good. And it's good to have mentors. So
For sure.
yeah, so good to find the right fit, right? Somebody that's going to encourage you and challenge you in a positive way.
I
right?
totally agree.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what would you say to someone who wants to start their own business or, enter a new career?
I would refer back to what you just said. Find someone who has done successfully what you want to do, and then see if you can have a conversation with that person and learn from their mistakes. Try not to reinvent the wheel. Try to find someone who's been there, done that, and then and maybe talk to several people in the industry or field that you're interested in. And once you decide that's for you, have a plan. So you can't just do it willy-nilly. You have to actually have a point. I'm going to get to a point in my career, or I'm going to earn this kind of money. And so you have to work backwards as to how you actually get there, step by step by step. Because if you have, 15 steps to get to where you want to be, you can't start on 5.
Yeah.
You have to start with 1, and you have to go sequentially. You can't just go from 1 to 10 and expect it to work.
Yeah, true.
And finding a mentor, really, really important.
No, thank you for that. It's really good. It's gold. Yeah. Right. So as we close, I do have one final question for you. So how do you stand and empower?
How do I stand and empower? Well, I actually stand for people and having financial freedom. And it doesn't mean that you have to have an enormous amount of money. Financial freedom comes when you find purpose for your money. That's the why behind what you do.
Yeah.
What drives you to work as hard as you do, perhaps. And when someone has a purpose for their money, it doesn't feel like work anymore, because they're in pursuit of what means the most to them, and that's that purpose in life.
Yeah.
If you don't have a purpose, you should think about getting one, because then you're really just chasing money for chasing money's sake.
Yeah.
And that never leads, in my view, that does not provide happiness. Happiness is when you actually have that synergy between what you do, finding what you're passionate about, and then making that fulfill your purpose and having money join right in along with that.
Yeah, no, that's really good. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Cathy, for
Thank
being here
you.
today.
I appreciate
And if
you.
you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to Cathy. I'm going to include her information in the link, and we'll see you guys next time.